this generation and condemn them, because she came from a distant land to hear Solomon's wisdom. And look, someone greater than Solomon is here. The people of Nineveh will rise up at the judgment with this generation and condemn it, because they changed their hearts and lives at Jonah's preaching. And look, and someone greater than Jonah is here. People don't light a lamp and then put it in a closet or under a basket. Rather, they place the lamp on top of a lampstand so that those who enter can see the house, can see the light. Your eye is the lamp of your body. When your eye is healthy, your whole body is full of light. But when your eye is bad, your whole body is full of darkness. Therefore, see to it that the light in you isn't darkness. If your whole body is full of light, with no part darkened, then it will be as full of light as when a lamp shines bright on you. While Jesus was saying these things, while Jesus was speaking, a Pharisee invited him to share a meal with him. So Jesus went in and took his place at the table. When the Pharisee saw that Jesus didn't ritually purify his hands by washing them before their meal, he was astonished. The Lord said to him, "Now you Pharisees clean the outside of the cup and platter, but your insides are stuffed with greed and wickedness. Foolish people, didn't the one who made the outside also make the inside? Therefore give to those in need from the core of who you are, and you will be clean all over. How terrible for you, Pharisees! You give a tenth of your mint, rue, and garden herbs of all kinds, while neglecting justice and love for God. These you ought to have done without neglecting the others. How terrible for you, Pharisees! You love the most prominent seats in the synagogues and respectful greetings in the marketplaces. How terrible for you! You're like unmarked graves, and people walk on them without recognizing it." One of the legal experts responded, "Teacher, when you say these things, you're insulting us too." Jesus said, "How terrible for you, legal experts too. You load people down with impossible burdens, and you refuse to lift a single finger to help them. How terrible for you. You built memorials to the prophets whom your ancestors killed. In this way you testify that you approve of your ancestors' deeds. They killed the prophets, and you build memorials. Therefore, God's wisdom has said, I will send prophets and apostles to them to harass, and they will harass and kill some of them. As a result, this generation will be charged with the murder of all the prophets since the beginning of time. This includes the murder of every prophet, from Abel to Zechariah, who was killed between the altar and the holy place. Yes, I'm telling you, this generation will be charged with it. How terrible for you, legal experts. You snatched away the key of knowledge. You didn't enter yourselves, and you stood in the way of those who were entering. As Jesus left there, the legal experts and Pharisees began to resent him deeply and ask him pointed questions about many things. They plotted against him, trying to trap him in his words. When a crowd of thousands upon thousands had gathered so that they were crushing each other, Jesus began to speak first to his disciples. Watch out for the yeast of the Pharisees. I mean the mismatch between their hearts and lives. Nothing is hidden that won't be revealed, and nothing is secret that won't be brought out into the open. Therefore, whatever you have said in the darkness will be heard in the light, and whatever you have whispered in the rooms deep inside the house will be announced from the rooftops. I tell you, my friends, don't be terrified by those who can kill the body, but after that can do nothing more. I'll show you whom you should fear. Fear the one who, after you have been killed, has the authority to throw you into hell. Indeed, I tell you, that's the one you should fear. Aren't 5 sparrows sold for 2 small coins? Yet not one of them is overlooked by God. Even the hairs on your head are all counted. Don't be afraid. You're worth more than many sparrows. I tell you, anyone who acknowledges me before humans, the human one will acknowledge before God's angels. And the one who rejects me before others will be rejected before God's angels. Whoever speaks a word against the human one will be forgiven, but whoever insults the Holy Spirit won't be forgiven. When they bring you before the synagogues, rulers, and authorities, don't worry about how to defend yourselves or what you should say. The Holy Spirit will tell you at that very moment what you must say. Someone from the crowd said to Jesus, "Teacher, tell my brother to share the inheritance with me." Jesus said to him, "Man, who appointed me as judge or referee between you and your brother?"